Have you ever wondered how the language of ancient philosophers influences the words you speak today? Welcome to a journey that will take us back in time, to the origins of the ancient Greek language, a tongue that has significantly shaped the linguistic landscape of the modern world. This language, used in ancient Greece and the ancient world from around 1500 BC to 300 BC, has contributed a wealth of words to the English vocabulary, and its influence stretches far beyond that. The ancient Greek language has a fascinating history, evolving over several periods, from the Mycenaean Greek to Koine Greek. It was as diverse as the people who spoke it, with numerous regional dialects, each with its unique characteristics, reflecting the three major divisions of Greek people: Dorians, Aeolians, and Ionians. The language of Homer, Athenian historians, playwrights, and philosophers, ancient Greek, is a testament to the intellectual prowess of the time. So let's delve into the rich and intricate tapestry of the ancient Greek language. Our journey begins around 1500 BC with the Mycenaean Greek. Travel back in time to the Bronze Age, where we encounter the earliest form of Greek known as Mycenaean Greek. This language, used by the Mycenaean civilization, was a significant stepping stone in the evolution of the Greek language that we know today. It was in this period that Greek found its voice, its written expression, and began to leave its mark on the world. Mycenaean Greek was unique, rich with long and short vowels, diphthongs, and a host of consonants. It had its own distinct sound, different from modern Greek and other Indo-European languages. The language was a reflection of the Mycenaean society, their thoughts, their culture, and their values. Now let's talk about the Linear B script, the earliest known form of written Greek. This was a syllabic script, where each symbol represented a syllable, rather than an individual sound or a word. It was mainly used for administrative and economic records, giving us a glimpse into the complexity of the Mycenaean society. The decipherment of Linear B was a monumental achievement, allowing us to understand this ancient language and the civilization that used it. The use of Linear B scripts was not just about maintaining records, it was a testament to the advancement of the Mycenaean civilization, their understanding of communication, and their need to express and record their thoughts. It was a critical milestone in the evolution of the language, the beginning of the written Greek. In essence, Mycenaean Greek was not just a language, it was a bridge to the past, a window into a civilization that played a crucial role in shaping the Greek language, and by extension, the course of Western civilization. This was the advent of written Greek, a critical milestone in the evolution of the language. We now step into a dim, mysterious era, the Dark Ages, followed by the Epic period. This time in history, roughly from the 12th to the 9th century BC, was a period of turmoil and transformation for the Greeks. With the collapse of the Mycenaean civilization, the Greeks entered a period of relative obscurity and isolation known as the Dark Ages. During these years, the Greek language experienced a regression. The complex Linear B script of the Mycenaeans was lost, and literacy all but disappeared. The Greek dialects began to diverge and evolve independently, laying the groundwork for the regional variations that would come to characterize the language. But as the Dark Ages faded, a new dawn arrived in the form of the Epic period. This was a time of cultural revival, a renaissance of sorts, and the Greek language was at the heart of it all. It was during this period that the Greek language began to gain depth and complexity, setting the stage for the literary and philosophical feats that were to come. One of the most significant figures of this period is the poet Homer, author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. Homer's works were composed in an artificial literary language, now known as Homeric Greek. This epic dialect was a mix of different Greek dialects, primarily Ionic and Aeolic, and it had a profound influence on subsequent Greek literature. Homeric Greek is characterized by its rich vocabulary, complex syntax, and intricate use of meter. It's a language of heroes and gods, of grand adventures and epic battles. It's a language that captures the spirit of a civilization emerging from the shadows and reaching for greatness. And so, the Dark Ages and the Epic period were a time of transition and transformation for the Greek language. From the ashes of the Mycenaean civilization, a new language arose, one that would shape the course of Western civilization for centuries to come. It was during this period that the Greek language began to gain depth and complexity. Next, we arrive at the Classical period, a time of great philosophers and playwrights. This era, spanning from around the 5th to the 4th centuries BC, was a profound time of intellectual growth and cultural evolution. The Greek language, too, was not left untouched. During the classical period, the Greek language was primarily divided into several dialects, with the main ones being Attic and Ionic. The Attic dialect was the language of Athens, the heart of philosophy, drama, and the arts. It was the language of Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle, the philosophers who laid the foundations of Western philosophy. The Ionic dialect, on the other hand, was the language of the Ionian cities in Asia Minor and the islands. It was softer and more melodious than the Attic dialect, and it was the language of Homer, the legendary author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. These dialects, each with their unique characteristics, were not just different ways of speaking. They were a reflection of the rich cultural diversity of the Greek world. The classical period also saw the Greek language evolve and mature. The syntax became more complex, the vocabulary expanded, and the language became more flexible and expressive. This was the age when the Greek language was at its most beautiful and powerful, capable of expressing the most profound thoughts and the most subtle nuances of meaning. The influence of the classical period on the Greek language was profound. It shaped the language into the form that we recognize today, with its complex grammar, rich vocabulary, and expressive power. But the impact of the classical period extended far beyond the borders of Greece. The Greek language of this period has left a lasting legacy on many modern languages, including English. Many English words have their roots in classical Greek, and the influence of Greek philosophy and literature can be seen in the works of countless writers and thinkers throughout history. The classical period left an indelible mark on the Greek language, shaping it into the form we recognize today. The conquests of Alexander the Great brought about a new era, the Age of Koine Greek. This was a time when the Greek language evolved into a common or universal dialect, breaking away from its previous regional variants. This new standardized form of Greek, known as Koine Greek, was born out of necessity as Alexander's empire expanded across multiple regions, each with its own language and dialect. Koine Greek became the lingua franca of the Hellenistic world, from the bustling streets of Alexandria in Egypt to the far reaches of the Seleucid Empire in Asia. It was a language for all, a language that transcended borders and cultures, enabling communication among diverse peoples. This widespread use of Koine Greek also led to its influence on other languages of the time. It absorbed words and phrases, adapting and growing with the times, a true testament to its flexibility and resilience. But perhaps the most significant role of Koine Greek was in the development of the New Testament of the Bible. The Gospel accounts of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the letters of Paul, and other New Testament writings were all originally penned in Koine Greek. This not only attests to the widespread use and understanding of this language during the first century, but also its ability to convey complex philosophical and theological concepts. The use of Koine Greek in the New Testament also meant that the message of Christianity could be spread far and wide. It allowed the teachings of Jesus and the apostles to be understood by many, regardless of their social or cultural background. This common language, therefore, played a critical role in the spread of Christianity throughout the Hellenistic world. Koine Greek, the common language, played a pivotal role in spreading Greek language and culture across the globe. It was a language that not only allowed communication across diverse regions, but also carried the profound messages of the New Testament, thus shaping the course of history. From the hallowed halls of ancient Athens to the bustling streets of modern cities, the influence of ancient Greek is pervasive. It's a language that has shaped civilizations, birthed philosophies, and continues to leave its indelible mark on our modern tongues. From Mycenaean Greek's archaic strains to the universal appeal of Koine Greek, we've journeyed through an era where language was not just a tool, but an art, a science, and a way of life. Let's not forget the impact of ancient Greek on English. Many of the words we use today, in fields as diverse as medicine, politics, and philosophy, have Greek roots, offering a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of language. The very fabric of English, and indeed many other languages, is interwoven with threads of ancient Greek. The study of ancient Greek is not merely an academic exercise. It's a voyage into the past, a deep dive into the roots of communication, and a testament to the power of language in shaping human history. The echoes of ancient Greek resonate in our words today, a testament to the enduring legacy of a language that shaped the course of history.